The man realized something strange. His hotel was shrinking every day. To confirm his suspicion, he tied a string across the walls of his room before going to bed. When he woke up the next morning, the string that had been pulled tight the night before was now noticeably slack. Alarmed, he rushed into the hallway and measured the distance between the walls. What he couldn't reach with arms stretched out yesterday, he could now touch with a single hand. Realizing the hotel was indeed shrinking, he ran to tell his co-workers about the terrifying discovery. But instead of taking him seriously, they told him not to interrupt the workflow since the hotel guests were still waiting for breakfast. They even pushed him out of the kitchen. In that moment, Nick felt a deep sense of helplessness. He wasn't even sure how long he'd been stuck in the hotel. On his very first day there, he had somehow ended up as the kitchen's egg guy, cracking eggs day in and day out. But the hotel's strange happenings didn't stop. One day, while Nick was using the bathroom, someone suddenly began violently tugging at the doorknob. A creepy voice from outside asked, "Are you the Liberator?" Terrified, Nick quickly insisted he wasn't the person they were looking for. But then dozens of large hands suddenly reached in through the doorway. Nick panicked and tried to kick them away, but it was useless. Desperate, he screamed, "I'm nothing!" Only then did the hands slowly retreat. Still shaken, Nick didn't dare leave the bathroom. He ended up spending the entire night there. The next morning, his co-worker Paul came in to use the restroom and help get him out. Nick, now completely freaked out, asked Paul where the exit to the hotel was. But Paul told him that in his 8 years working there, he had never once stepped outside the hotel. Just then, Nick spotted the hotel receptionist walking into the kitchen. He rushed after her to get some answers, but when he turned around, she had vanished without a trace. Realizing it was no longer safe to stay, Nick decided to quit. But when he told the head chef, the man immediately dropped to his knees, begging Nick not to leave. He said they were a team, and losing even one person would break everything. Seeing the chef cry so hard, Nick reluctantly agreed to stay a little longer. Unfortunately, that emotional scene was witnessed by a co-worker who assumed Nick was faking it all just to get promoted. From then on, no one wanted to talk to him. After work that night, they even kicked him out of the dorm. With nowhere else to go, Nick returned to his old room. But just then, chaos broke out across the hotel. The head chef and others began dancing wildly in the kitchen, while strange music echoed through the halls. Nick felt a wave of nausea hit him. The next moment, the walls, doors, and windows all began to shake violently. Then came the sharp sound of glass shattering, and just like that, everything went silent. That's when Nick knew the hotel was starting to shrink again.